We want the angle less than the 90, but I mean greater than 90 but less than 180. So your angle would be actually like right there. It's greater than 90 but less than 180. So would be the reference angle. So the sine would be 1 over 5, I mean opposite over hypotenuse. And you could use the Pythagorean theorem to solve this, or you could use identities. I'm going to use identities in this case. So one of the identities says that sine square of theta plus cosine square of theta is equal to 1. So we want to, we got the sine, so we need to solve for the cosine. So cosine square of theta is equal to 1 minus sine square of theta. And so we don't want the cosine square, we want the cosine. So I'm going to take the square root of both sides. So cosine of theta is equal to plus or minus the square root of 1 minus sine square of theta. And let's start plugging in values. So this is equal to plus or minus the square root of 1 minus 1/5 square, because 1/5 is the sine of theta. So this is equal to plus or minus square root of 1 minus 1 over 25, and which is the same thing as plus or minus square root of 25 over 25, which is 1 minus 1 over 25. And this is the same thing as square root of 24 over 25. And there's the same thing as the square root of 4 times 6 over the square root of 25, which is the same thing as 2 square root of 6 over 5. So that's the cosine. Now the angle is on the second quadrant, so anything on the second or third quadrant, x is going to be a negative. So in this case, the cosine is negative um, 2 times square root of 6 over 5. So I'm going to scroll up, and here in red I'm going to put all the functions. So I have the sine as 1 over 5th. Cosine is negative 2 square root of 6 over 5. And now we're going to do the tangent. The tangent, there's another identity for the tangent actually. So tangent of theta is equal to sine of theta over cosine of theta. So which is equal to sine of theta over cosine of theta. And when you have two fractions, one at the top and one at the bottom, and they have the same denominator, just cross out the denominator, and so your answer would be 1 over a negative 2 over 6. And when you simplify this, when you would have a square root of 6 over negative 12. So that's your tangent. So the square root of 6 over negative 12. Once you have the sine, cosine, and tangent, the other ones are very easy. For example, the cosecant is the reciprocal sign, so cosecant is 5. And the secant is the reciprocal of cosine. So just flip those and let me work those out for you. So I'm going to flip the cosine, put 5 at the top and negative 2 square root of 6 at the bottom. So we move the square root of 6 to the top. So now I have 5 square root of 6 and we leave a 6 at the bottom. So I have minus 12. So that would be my secant. My secant would be 5 square root of 6 over negative 12. And let's do our cotangent. Same thing we flip. So put the negative 12 at the top, negative square root of 6 at the bottom. So now I have negative 12 square root of 6 over 6. And 12 divided by 6 equals 2. So negative 2 square root of 6. So the cotangent is actually negative 2 square root of 6. And so here are all my functions.